Hey everyone, welcome to Monday Moves. Welcome to Monday Moves. Yes. Hey Instagram family. Hey Facebook family. Excited? Don't know about you guys, but let's get this started. I don't know who needs to hear. You are a platinum person. I hope all good things have happened to you today, but even if not, God is still worthy to be praised. I'm so glad you've decided to join me here on Monday Moves. I have a program for you. It's time to talk about keeping the peace. I am Dr. Kahilah Whyte. If you're just joining me, this is your weekly dose of motivation, and I'm excited to see you. I'm excited to be here with you on Monday Moves. Today's topic is keeping the peace. I don't know about you. I don't know if you've ever been in an argument. I don't know if there's some situations in your life that you can't figure out or that have become so complex that only God could show you how to keep the peace. Today, we're going to talk about how to restrain from losing your mind when it looks like everything is going sideways. Today, we're talking about keeping the peace, and I want to start out with one of my favorite quotes from Thomas Merton. He's an American monk, also known as Father Lewis. And he said, "Pride makes us artificial, and humility makes us real." I don't know who needed to hear that, but let me repeat that. Pride makes us artificial, and humility makes us real. Today, we're looking at humility. And I'm so glad you're joining us. I'm so glad you're here with me today. It's Monday Moves. I am Dr. Kahilah Whyte, and I don't know about you, but I'm excited for the week. I am excited. It's the first week in May. May showers, and you know the common saying, showers of blessing. Let me give a couple people shout outs. First on Facebook, I see you, family. Sister Johnson, how are you? Auntie Doreen, how are you? Jose, I see you. Sister Wilnice, it's good to have you. Over on Instagram, I see Foxy Sam. Welcome back. I've missed you. Auntie Nalda, I see you. Dr. Francis, yes, I'm excited. The crew is here, and this is a special program just for you. It's Monday Moves, and if you're just joining us, I am Dr. Kahilah Whyte, and this is your weekly dose of motivation. Let's get with the program. We're talking about keeping the peace today. We're talking about humility in the face of adversity. And I want to start, if you missed my starting quote this week, let me repeat that so you can tweet that. Pride makes us artificial, and humility makes us real. How blessed it is to be humble enough to admit when you're wrong. Mm, mm. I am excited today. I don't know what you've been going through. I don't know who annoyed you at work. I don't know who's bothering you in your home. I don't know what relationship turmoil you're going through. But today we're going to talk about keeping the peace. For those of you that don't know, in addition to being the wife of Pastor Jones-Whyte, that's my favorite role. But I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist, CEO of Platinum Life Counseling, where we motivate and teach individuals to find their joy. Besides that, I am a conflict resolution expert. And so I know a thing or two about helping people to keep the peace. And today we're going to talk about just that. I want to repeat this quote because somebody's soul needs to hear this. Somebody's going through some destruction and hard times in their life. Thomas Merton, who is an American monk, also known as Father Lewis, says, "Pride makes us artificial, and humility makes us real." Oh, to be humble. Oh, to be able to admit, I'm wrong. I'm sorry. Hands up. I won't do that again because I offended you. Today we're talking about keeping the peace, how to let go of some pride, and how to be in tune with God's purpose. If you're just joining us, some more people are coming on Facebook and on Instagram. It's good to have you. On Monday Moves, I'm Dr. Kahilah Whyte, and this is your weekly dose of motivation. We're going to go through four things that will allow you to keep the peace in your life. First, embrace your wrongness. Embrace your wrongness. I want to find out, why do you need to be right? Is there a prize? Are you going to win the lotto? If you find out that you don't always have it together, I don't always have it together. We need to be able to embrace our wrongness. That's the first point. Being able to know I don't always have it together. I'm human enough. I'm humble enough. I am woman enough to say I'm wrong. So embrace your wrongness. I want to ask you this question. Why do you need to be right? What in you dictates that I must be right? It's my way or the highway. What's the worst thing that could happen if you find out that you're wrong? What's the worst thing that could happen? Are you going to lose something? What are you going to lose? Or is it a question of, are you going to lose pride? So the first point tonight is embrace your wrongness. Embrace it. I don't always have to be right. I am willing to take a one down. I am willing to be in the wrong. Because when I'm in the wrong, there's an opportunity for growth. There's an opportunity to reach and to climb to higher heights. I don't know who needs to be on mountain right now, but I want to move from the position of being in valley to victory on the mountaintop. So I need to find out, why do I need to be right? So the first point, if you're just joining us, today is Monday Moves. We're talking about keeping the peace. And I want to go back to the quote that Thomas Merton, otherwise known as Father Lewis, who's an American monk, he asserted that pride makes us artificial and humility makes us real. I want to be real. I want to be pure. I want to be right in the sight of the Lord. And that means I need to be able to take a one down sometimes. I need to look in and find out that I'm just human. I'm just a human. The first point on tonight is embrace your wrongness. And I see some new people joining us. If you are new, this is Monday Moves. I'm Dr. Kahilah Whyte. I'm your favorite therapist, and this is your weekly dose of motivation. Today we're discussing keeping the peace. Keeping the peace. The Bible is clear. Pride is not good. It's not something we should yearn to do. It's something that we should try to rid ourselves of. And in 4 points today, we're going to talk about how you can keep the peace. I don't know if you're having conflict at home, at work, within your family, with friends, but this is just a couple steps. These are just a couple steps on how you and I, Monday Moves is not just about you, it's about your friends, it's about all of us and how we can be better individuals, how we can be at our best. And so today we're talking about keeping the peace. Pride makes us artificial and humility makes us real, Thomas Merton said. The first point is embrace your wrongness. The second point tonight on Monday Moves is opening up your mind. Opening up your mind. Being able to hear a new perspective. Having a willingness to learn. The way you say things. I'm going to keep it real. Some of us have attitudes when we say things. Does it sound familiar? Some of us have body language. Some of us may have a roll of the eye when we say things. So this is about learning to embrace the best version of yourself. And if you're just joining us today on Monday Moves, we're talking about keeping the peace. My name is Dr. Kahilah Whyte. Friends on Facebook and Instagram, thank you for spending your Monday evening with me. Every week, we seek to inspire. We seek to put a dose of motivation in your life, in your spirit, so that you are energized to go through the rest of your week. We've already discussed one of the 4 points we'll be going through today. How to keep the peace. How can I just relax, even in conflict? The first one being embrace your wrongness. Asking yourself, why do I need to be right? What's the worst thing that could happen if I found out that I'm wrong? Oh my gosh, I don't have it all together. I'm just human. I'm not Jesus. But I need to go to Jesus to find the answer. So the first point is embrace your wrongness. Embrace it. I don't always have it together. I can say, it's me, oh Lord. I'm standing in the need of prayer. And I don't know who else needs to be reminded that as humans, we're not always going to have it together. I don't know if somebody can agree with me on tonight's Monday Moves. We don't all have it together, but what we do know is God provides grace for us to get it together. I may not have it all together, but I'm trying on this pilgrim's highway to get it all the way together. If you're just joining us, this is Monday Moves. I'm Dr. Kahilah Whyte. I'm so glad you took some time to join with us. Today we're talking about keeping the peace. The first point, embrace your wrongness. Admit, I'm wrong. I don't have it all together. I'm sorry. I just learned something. Because many times we may be in position to think that we have it all together, and we don't. It's arrogant, it's narcissistic, and we may even gaslight other people around us by making them think that they're in the wrong, when in fact, it is us that are in the wrong. So today, if you take nothing away from this, embrace your wrongness. First point, ask yourself, why do I need to be right? The second thing that you need to know when you're trying to keep the peace is open up your mind. Lord, open up my mind. Let me hear a new perspective. I could stand to learn a thing or two. I have a willingness. There's an urgent hunger inside me to learn. The way that we say things, sometimes it's not what we say, but it's how we say it. Caress your words. Utilize integrity. Utilize a soft tone. And then this goes back to being humble. Have I offended you? Be okay with asking that question. Over on Instagram, I'm seeing questions pop in. If you have questions or you have comments, please write them in the chat over on Facebook and on Instagram. Foxy Sam is saying, how do people identify they're wrong? A lot of times people are wrong and they don't know they're wrong. So the first thing, you have to be real with yourself. And this is daily introspection. Lord, show me my faults. Let me be renewed day by day. And here's the thing, if more than one person is telling you, you could stand to fix a couple things, I have your best interest at heart. And most of our friends and our family and our loved ones have our best interest at heart. What do you think I need to change? So it's the constant introspection, asking others, how can I be better? How can I be better? So that's how you identify when you're wrong. Being completely honest with ourselves. And many of us don't want to be honest because we would have to admit, I don't have it all together. And we would have to take a one down, and then those traits of narcissism, God would have to clean up. And only God can do it. Of ourselves, we are not that powerful. I'm not that powerful. So day by day, it's like a race. It's like a race. And sometimes it gets hard, but you keep on running. You keep on running. You keep on running, because one day we have a blessed hope that we will cross the finish line, and we want to cross the finish line victoriously. So if you're just joining us, this is Monday Moves, and today we are talking about keeping the peace. We're talking about removing the pride from our life, removing the narcissism. Thomas Merton, famous American monk, also known as Father Lewis, says, pride makes us artificial and humility makes us real. If you're just joining us, I'm Dr. Kahilah Whyte. Let's share this conversation. Share it with our friends and our neighbors and our family members. Who else needs to know that they can remove the narcissistic traits? First, embrace your wrongness. And the second point we've made so far is open up your mind to understand that there may be other perspectives. Over on Instagram, Foxy Sam is asking another question. Does keeping the peace mean reconciliation even if you don't want to? Reconciliation is a mutual exchange. Forgiveness is for yourself. But keeping the peace sometimes means being quiet. You don't always have to voice an opinion. You can listen when we're listening, and that brings me to my next point. So we want to be able to listen, to be able to understand there's a new perspective I may be able to get from this. The first point was embrace your wrongness. Two, open up your mind to some new perspectives. The third point on tonight's Monday Moves, entitled Keeping the Peace, is offer your full intention. Listen with your heart. Be a mindful listener. When we're an active listener, we're constantly running ahead, thinking we already have the answer, but you may not know where the person's going. Offer your full attention. Take a deep breath. Focus on the moment. Find the positives. What can I learn from this exchange? I'm not too knowledgeable to continue to learn. I love to learn. Constantly be in a state where you're seeking to understand the other person. So if you're just joining us, I see some more individuals coming on to Monday Moves. Today we're talking about keeping the peace, and I'm Dr. Kahilah Whyte, your favorite therapist. This is your weekly dose of motivation. Pride makes us artificial. Humility makes us real. That's what Thomas Merton, famous American monk, said. We've already gone through 3 of the 4 points. The first being embrace your wrongness. Why do you need to be right? What's the worst thing that could happen to you if you admit, I don't always have it together? I don't know everything. Second, open your mind to be able to hear some new perspectives. Have a willingness to learn. Be mindful about the way you say things. The third point, offer your full attention. Deep breathing. Focus on the moment. Don't go beyond the moment about how you think the relationship may be fractured. You're not going to talk to the person. Stay in the moment and focus and find the positive. There's a positive thing to be learned in every single situation in life. There's a lesson to be learned, and there's truth to be gained. Open up your mind. This is Monday Moves. I'm Dr. Kahilah Whyte, and I'm excited you're here with me, Platinum people. I'm excited to talk about one of my favorite topics, how to keep the peace. Instagram family, I see you. Facebook family, I see you. The last point on tonight's Monday Moves topic, keeping the peace, is learn. Continue to develop. If I'm not learning, I'm not growing. What can I learn? What self-help books can I listen to? What sermons? What podcasts? I may learn something from a TV show or a TED Talk. We spend so much time wondering and worrying about who we're not and who we're trying to be, that we're not focused in on who God has already created us to be. Now, Joy Nell is saying, if we are true to ourselves, we know when we are wrong. And I have to agree with that. When you are true to yourself, you know, I didn't have to say it like that. And so you need to constantly be able to ask people, did I offend you with what I just said? Did I sort of stub your toe? Did I step on you with your feelings? Are they hurt? How can I make things better? It's been wonderful seeing you. Just a quick recap. If you're just joining us on Monday Moves, I'm Dr. Kahilah Whyte, and today we're talking about keeping the peace. The first thing you need to do is embrace your wrongness and ask yourself, why do I need to be right? 2, open up your mind to be able to hear new perspectives, have a willingness to learn, and the way you say things. Make it sweet. Make your language sweeter. And then be able to ask, have I offended you? The third point is offer your full intention. I'm here with you. Deep breathe. Relax, relate, release before you respond. Focus on the moment. Find the positive in the moment. And the last point, the fourth point on tonight's Monday Moves on keeping the peace, is learn and continue to develop. Continue to grow. Continue to push forward. Continue to be your best self in the eyes of the Lord, because you may be the only representative somebody sees of Jesus. How are you representing him? Take a one down, stay humble, Walk good, look good, and be good. Platinum people, I'll see you next week. Thanks for joining us on Monday Moves. Have a blessed one.